Hello, philosophers. This video is about the famous book, The Leader in You, by Dale Carnegie. I have summarized this whole book chapter by chapter, but if you are new to my channel, then please like the video and subscribe the channel. Basically, Dale Carnegie was a world-famous expert on leadership and communication, whose ideas still shape how we work together today. His most important lesson was that old-fashioned bossy leadership doesn't work anymore. The best modern leaders succeed by listening, understanding people, and motivating rather than commanding. He proved this through his classic book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, which has helped millions since 1936 by teaching simple truths like seeing things from others' perspectives, giving sincere compliments, and showing genuine interest in people. What makes Carnegie's approach special is that it's practical. He started as a public speaking teacher at the YMCA in 1912 and developed his methods through real experience. His company still trains people today using these same principles, that good communication, respect for others, and emotional intelligence matter more than technical skills alone. The key idea is that leadership isn't about job titles. It's a set of learnable skills anyone can develop by focusing on human connections rather than just giving orders. Whether in business, community work, or daily life, Carnegie showed that people respond best to leaders who make them feel valued and understood. At its heart, Carnegie's message is hopeful. Everyone has leadership potential. By practicing empathy, honest appreciation, and clear communication, we can all become the kind of leaders people want to follow. Not because they have to, but because they believe in us. This human-centered approach explains why his books remain popular nearly 70 years after his death, proving that kindness and emotional intelligence never go out of style in leadership. Chapter 1. Finding the Leader in You. In the past, bosses just gave orders. The people at the top made decisions, and everyone else followed them. Managers stayed in their offices and handled whatever needed doing. This old way worked fine back then, because life was more predictable and less complicated. But today's world changes too fast for that old-style management. Now we need real leaders, people who can help others do their best work, create a clear picture of where we're going, support and advise their team, and build strong working relationships. Good leaders start by imagining what they want their business to become. This vision might be a general dream or a specific plan. What matters is that it shows a realistic, exciting future that's better than how things are now. Dale Carnegie taught that the best leaders grow their skills from within. First, you need to understand yourself and your strengths. Then develop your own natural leadership style. Don't just try to imitate others. Most importantly, leaders should lead by doing. As Carnegie said, what you do matters more than what you say. Good leaders set the right example through their actions. When a leader is focused and confident, they can turn their vision into real results. Chapter 2. Starting to communicate. For a long time, people mistakenly believed that being loud, stubborn, and forceful meant you had strong character. They thought pushing your opinions on others showed honesty. We can all be glad those days have passed. Today, we recognize how vital good communication is in every part of our lives, at work and at home. Dale Carnegie showed us that our ability to connect with others is what truly brings ideas to life and makes progress possible. While there's no single secret to great communication, there are important skills we all need to develop. Carnegie reminds us that even during our busiest days, we must make real time for meaningful conversations. This means being truly available to others and creating an environment where people feel comfortable sharing. Communication should flow freely in all directions, up to managers, down to staff, and sideways between colleagues. Too many leaders forget that real communication requires both speaking and listening. Richard Fenstermacher at Ford sets a great example by telling his team, "My door is always open. Stop by any time, even just to say hello. If you have ideas, share them directly without worrying about formal channels." Through his stories and teachings, Carnegie shows us what really works in communication. The key lessons are surprisingly simple but powerful. Be present and show genuine interest in people. Stay humble. Remember we're all equals doing different jobs. Make others feel comfortable speaking openly. Most importantly, never punish someone for being honest with you. Good communication is both a practical skill we can learn and an art we can refine over time. It requires us to be vulnerable sometimes, to share our true thoughts and feelings while encouraging others to do the same. When we communicate this way, we build trust and create relationships where great things can happen. Chapter 3: Motivating People. The secret to great leadership is bringing people into your vision. Take the time to share your ideas and dreams with your team. Help them feel truly involved in what you're building together. This takes consistent effort, but the payoff is huge. Instead of forcing people to follow orders, focus on inspiring them. When you genuinely motivate someone, you don't just change their attitude, you create someone who can then motivate others around them. Dale Carnegie taught that people only do their best work when they want to do it. That's why giving your team clear, meaningful goals is so important. They need to see how their work matters, both for themselves and for the whole organization. Real motivation comes from this sense of purpose, not just from doing a job. The best leaders show their people they're valued every day. Welcome their ideas, celebrate their wins, and give them real responsibility. Trust them to do good work without looking over their shoulder. When you treat employees with this kind of respect and attention, you'll be amazed at how motivated they become. Getting everyone aligned with the company's vision is crucial. Your team should feel personally invested in the work. Recognize their successes publicly, and when mistakes happen, handle them with understanding. There are 3 keys to keeping people motivated. Involve them in all parts of the process. Remember they're human beings first and employees second, and always recognize good work when you see it. People rise or fall to what's expected of them. When you show your team you believe in their abilities and give them real responsibility, they'll prove you right. Today's most effective leaders don't just give orders. They create teams where everyone contributes ideas and makes decisions together. Simple things matter: knowing people's names, asking about their lives, showing you care. While bonuses and awards are nice, what really matters is making sure people know their work makes a difference. When employees feel appreciated and see opportunities to grow, motivation takes care of itself. That's the power of Carnegie's approach. It turns ordinary workplaces into environments where people want to do their best. Chapter 4: Expressing Genuine Interest in Others. Want to make real connections? Here's a powerful truth. You'll build more meaningful relationships in 2 months by showing genuine interest in others than you would in 2 years of trying to get people interested in you. It's human nature. We all respond warmly when someone shows us authentic attention and care. Psychologists confirm this basic truth. People feel valued when others notice them, and we naturally gravitate toward those who show they care. The beautiful part? When we show interest in someone, they're much more likely to return that interest. Dale Carnegie captured this perfectly when he said the secret to building relationships isn't about impressing others, it's about sincerely focusing on them. And the good news? This approach becomes second nature with practice. Here's the reality check. Just as you're primarily thinking about your own life, others are focused on theirs too. That's why small acts of attention make such a big difference. Carnegie suggested simple but powerful ways to show you care. Smile warmly, make the effort to learn and remember names correctly, ask about people's roles and families, and most importantly, extend this kindness to everyone, not just those in important positions. Notice the little things: a photo on their desk, their child's artwork, and comment sincerely. These small gestures of genuine interest create connections that last far longer than any clever conversation about yourself ever could. Chapter 5: Seeing Things from the Other Person's Point of View. Dale Carnegie taught that seeing the world through others' eyes is one of the most important skills we can develop. Whether dealing with customers, family members, or friends, truly understanding their perspective makes all the difference in building strong relationships. For businesses, this isn't just nice to have, it's essential for survival. Companies that consistently anticipate customer needs and go beyond expectations are the ones that thrive. The best leaders don't just react to what customers want today, they're already thinking about what customers will need tomorrow. But empathy isn't about giving people everything they ask for. It's about making the effort to understand their real needs and concerns, especially when resolving conflicts. When you approach problems this way, you often find solutions that work for everyone. As Carnegie put it, When you focus on helping others solve their problems, you open doors to incredible opportunities in your own life. It's a simple but powerful truth. The more you understand where others are coming from, the more successful your relationships will be in every area of life. Chapter 6: Listening to Learn. The most effective leaders understand something crucial. Listening isn't just polite, it's powerful. When we truly listen, we're doing much more than hearing words. We're showing people they matter, that their thoughts and feelings are valuable to us. This simple act builds trust and opens doors in business, at home, and in every relationship. Many of us think conversation is about talking, but the real magic happens when we listen, really listen. Not just waiting for our turn to speak, but fully engaging with what the other person is saying. This means leaning in, making eye contact, nodding, and giving those small verbal cues that say, "I'm with you." It's about being present, not just physically but mentally and emotionally too. Here's the secret Dale Carnegie discovered. People are more likely to accept your ideas when they feel heard first. Instead of pushing your agenda, try understanding theirs. When someone's upset or disagreeing with you, resist the urge to interrupt. Let them get everything out. You'll be amazed at how much easier it is to find common ground when people feel you've genuinely considered their perspective. The best part, when you listen this way, you don't just build better relationships, you gain valuable insights. People will tell you exactly what they need, what's working, and what isn't. All you have to do is give them the space to speak and the gift of your full attention. That's how listening becomes your most powerful leadership tool. Chapter 7: Teaming Up for Tomorrow. Dale Carnegie saw that the old corporate pyramid model was becoming obsolete. The traditional top-down structure, where bosses gave orders and subordinates followed without question, simply doesn't work in today's world. Not for businesses, governments, or large organizations. What we need instead are flexible team-based structures that unleash people's creativity and allow talents to flourish. The secret to high-performing teams lies in two key elements: open communication across all departments and a shared commitment to success. Carnegie observed that when people truly collaborate, they can achieve remarkable things. But this doesn't happen by accident. It requires skilled leadership to unite everyone around a common vision. Effective leaders help each team member understand how their individual role contributes to the bigger picture. Great leaders master several important techniques. First and foremost, they create a strong sense of shared purpose. They frame objectives as team goals rather than individual targets, using inclusive language like we and our to reinforce collective responsibility. At the same time, they recognize and nurture each person's unique strengths, blending individual talents into a powerful team dynamic. The best leaders distribute responsibility while maintaining accountability. They empower teams to make decisions collectively, resisting the urge to micromanage how work gets done. When the team succeeds, these leaders shine the spotlight on everyone's contributions. But when challenges arise, they shoulder the blame while working privately with the team to improve. Ultimately, Carnegie believed a leader's most important job is developing future leaders. By building confidence, staying accessible, and mentoring team members, leaders create an enduring legacy. Teams full of capable people ready to step up and lead in their own right. This approach creates organizations that are more adaptive, innovative, and ultimately more successful than the rigid hierarchies of the past. Chapter 8: Respecting the Dignity of Others. Dale Carnegie taught that trust is built on a foundation of mutual respect. The golden rule applies in leadership too. When we treat people with the dignity we'd want for ourselves, we create relationships where trust can flourish. Here's how to build this kind of respectful workplace. First, practice true empathy. Every person in your organization has hopes, challenges, and a life outside work just like you do. When making decisions, ask yourself, how would this affect me if I were in their position? This simple mindset shift transforms how you interact with your team. Next, ditch the boss mentality. The most effective leaders approach their team as partners, not subordinates. That manager who barks orders from their corner office? That's often someone masking their own insecurities. True confidence shows in treating everyone, from interns to executives, as equally valuable contributors. Engagement comes from meaningful involvement. People thrive when given real responsibility and challenges that stretch their abilities. Ask for input, encourage collaboration, and show how each person's work moves the needle. When team members see their fingerprints on company successes, motivation soars. Finally, humanize your workplace culture. Small gestures matter: an open-door policy, walking the office to chat with staff, or replacing sterile workspaces with welcoming environments. These changes send a powerful message. We see you as people first, employees second. Remember, respect isn't about policies or perks. It's woven into daily interactions. When you consistently demonstrate that you value people as individuals, you create an environment where trust becomes the natural byproduct of how everyone treats each other. This isn't just feel-good philosophy. It's how you build organizations where people bring their best selves to work every day. Chapter 9: Recognition, Praise, and Rewards. Everyone from the CEO to the stock clerk wants to feel valued for their work. We all crave recognition, to hear "great job," and know our contributions matter. Dale Carnegie showed that sincere appreciation fuels motivation more powerfully than almost anything else. While fair pay is important, the real magic happens when people feel genuinely seen and appreciated. Carnegie shared countless ways to recognize people meaningfully. A handwritten thank you note, public praise in a team meeting, asking for someone's expert opinion, even just remembering to say, "I noticed how hard you worked on that project. It made a real difference." These human moments of validation often motivate people more than bonuses ever could. The key isn't finding the perfect reward. It's making appreciation a consistent habit. When people feel respected and valued, they bring their best selves to work. Their confidence grows. They take pride in their contributions, and that positive energy spreads throughout the entire organization. That's the power of recognition done right. It doesn't just make people feel good, it helps them become their best. Chapter 10: Handling Mistakes, Complaints, and Criticism. Great leaders know how to give feedback that actually works. Dale Carnegie taught that the secret starts with being vulnerable yourself. When you openly admit your own mistakes, you do two powerful things. You show your team that errors are just part of learning, and you create an environment where people feel safe to grow. Own up to your missteps before anyone else can point them out. A little humor helps too. It shows you're human. This approach works everywhere, from boardrooms to family dinners. The moment you start blaming others, you trigger defensiveness. But when you take responsibility, something magical happens. People often rush to your support. Here's the thing about mistakes. If someone already understands what went wrong and how to fix it, piling on more criticism just makes things worse. The blame game is toxic. It makes people hide errors and stop taking smart risks. Before long, your whole organization becomes afraid to innovate. When you do need to give constructive feedback, frame it as growth, not judgment. One company brilliantly changed performance assessment to performance development. That's the spirit. Always start with genuine praise. The sandwich method works wonders. Or try Carnegie's 3 positives rule. Find 3 good things before addressing one area for improvement. Remember, the goal isn't to prove who's right. It's to help your team grow stronger together. When people feel safe to make mistakes, that's when the real innovation begins. That's leadership that lasts. Chapter 11: Setting Goals. As Harvey Mackay wisely put it, a goal is simply a dream with a deadline. Dale Carnegie built on this idea, teaching us that the most motivating goals are those that stretch our abilities while remaining within reach. The magic happens when we create clear, measurable targets for both the near future and the long term. These become the signposts guiding our progress. What makes this approach so powerful? Each achieved goal becomes a stepping stone to the next. Take time to celebrate your wins. That positive energy will fuel your next challenge. But don't rest too long. Carnegie reminds us that growth comes from continually asking, what's the next level? How can we improve even more? The secret to tackling big ambitions? Break them down. Carnegie's method is beautifully simple. Start with small, achievable objectives. As you check these off, gradually increase the challenge. This creates a virtuous cycle of achievement and motivation. It's not about the size of the first step, but about maintaining steady progress through consistent planning and action. For both individuals and organizations, focus is key. After setting goals, ask, which one matters most right now? Then organize your time and energy to make it happen. Companies especially benefit from having a few clear, shared objectives that everyone understands. When the team can see how their work contributes to meaningful targets, that's when real momentum begins. Remember, well-crafted goals do more than measure success, they create it. They turn abstract dreams into concrete plans, and plans into reality. Whether you're leading a company or your own life, this approach keeps you moving forward, always building on what you've already accomplished. Chapter 12: Focus and Discipline. Success starts with clarity of purpose. Know exactly what you want to achieve, then pursue it with unwavering belief in yourself and relentless determination. Whether in your career, personal life, sports, or any endeavor, these simple principles dramatically increase your odds of winning. Dale Carnegie observed that focused determination separates achievers from dreamers. The ability to zero in on a goal and persist through challenges proves more valuable than raw talent or intelligence. His advice rings true across all fields. Keep going when others quit. Patience and persistence outlast momentary brilliance. When obstacles come, and they will, let them strengthen your resolve rather than weaken it. We all face moments when giving up seems tempting, but breakthroughs happen when we push past those doubts. Maintain laser focus on your objective every single day. Work steadily toward it, mastering each necessary skill along the way. Progress might come in small steps, but consistent effort compounds into extraordinary results. Carnegie illustrated this with powerful examples we all recognize. Political candidates who campaign tirelessly, race car drivers maintaining perfect focus at 200 miles per hour, sales professionals refining their pitch through countless rejections, first responders performing under extreme pressure. In each case, success came not from luck, but from disciplined attention to their goal. The message is clear: define your target, eliminate distractions, and keep moving forward, especially when it's hard. That's how ordinary people achieve extraordinary things. Chapter 13: Achieving Balance. Dale Carnegie reminds us that true success isn't just about professional achievements. It's about creating a fulfilling, well-rounded life. Just like a sturdy stool needs multiple legs to stand firm, our lives need balance between work, family, friends, hobbies, and health. When we make time for what truly matters outside the office, we don't just become happier people. We actually become more focused and effective when we are working. Carnegie offers 3 powerful yet simple rules for creating this balance. First, fiercely protect your personal time, whether that's family dinners, weekly basketball games, or quiet mornings with a book. These aren't distractions from success, they're essential ingredients. Second, treat your leisure time with the same seriousness as your work calendar. Schedule it, honor it, and don't let work constantly intrude. Finally, actively cultivate interests and relationships beyond your job title. That community theater role or weekend hiking group isn't just fun. It's what keeps you grounded, creative, and energized for all aspects of life. Remember, the most effective leaders aren't those who work endlessly, but those who live fully. When you nurture all parts of your life, you bring your best self to every situation, whether that's leading a team meeting or coaching your kid's soccer game. That's the kind of success that lasts. Chapter 14: Creating a Positive Mental Attitude. Dale Carnegie shared a profound truth with the ancient wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. We don't see the world as it is, but as we are. Our thoughts shape our reality in powerful ways. Focus on joy, and you'll find reasons to be joyful. Dwell on worries, and you'll live anxious. Obsess over health concerns, and you might manifest symptoms. Expect failure, and you'll likely find it. This isn't magic, it's the self-fulfilling power of mindset. But Carnegie was no naive optimist. He didn't suggest ignoring life's very real challenges. Rather, he taught the strategic advantage of choosing hope over despair. Here's the revolutionary insight: our circumstances affect us less than how we choose to respond to them. 2 people can face identical setbacks. One grows bitter, the other grows wiser. The difference? Their mental framing. This mental discipline becomes especially crucial for leaders. Teams take their emotional cues from those at the top. A leader's unwavering belief, "We've got this," can energize an entire organization. That doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means tackling them with the confidence that solutions exist. When leaders consistently redirect conversations from why we can't to how we might, they don't just solve problems, they transform the very culture around them. While we can't control every circumstance, we always control our next thought. And that next thought might just change everything. Chapter 15, Learning Not to Worry. Dale Carnegie understood that managing stress effectively is one of the most valuable skills a leader can possess. His book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, distills years of research into practical wisdom that remains relevant today. At its core is a simple but powerful idea. While planning for the future and learning from the past are important, excessive worry about things we can't change only drains our energy and clouds our judgment. The most productive approach is to focus our attention squarely on the present, on what we can control and influence right now. The beauty of Carnegie's approach lies in its practicality. He reminds us that no matter how heavy our burdens may seem, we only ever need to carry them one day at a time. This perspective alone can relieve tremendous pressure. When we stop catastrophizing about an uncertain future and instead concentrate on doing our best in the current moment, we often find our worries diminish naturally. It's not about ignoring challenges, but about meeting them with clear-eyed focus when they actually arrive. Carnegie offers several concrete techniques for dealing with stress. First, he suggests consciously evaluating whether a problem truly deserves our worry. Many things that seem urgent in the moment don't actually matter in the long run. Second, he recommends staying actively engaged in meaningful work or helping others. Action naturally displaces anxiety. Third, for genuine concerns, he proposes a 3-step method. Honestly assess the worst-case scenario, mentally prepare to accept it if necessary, then immediately begin working to improve the situation step by step. What makes Carnegie's advice so powerful is its emphasis on proactive response rather than passive worry. Leaders who master these techniques don't just cope better with stress, they model resilience for their teams. By maintaining perspective, staying engaged in solutions, and tackling challenges one step at a time, they demonstrate how to navigate difficulties without being overwhelmed by them. This balanced approach to stress management becomes not just a personal asset, but a leadership superpower that inspires confidence throughout an organization. Chapter 16, The Power of Enthusiasm. True enthusiasm begins with genuine belief in your work. If you're not excited about your project, you can't expect others to be. Real passion is contagious. When you truly care about what you're doing, that energy naturally spreads to those around you. But enthusiasm isn't about empty cheerleading or exaggerated claims. Over-the-top declarations like "we're the best" often ring hollow and can actually undermine your credibility. The most effective enthusiasm comes from a quiet confidence in your mission and capabilities. It's shown through your consistent actions and dedication, not just your words. People who achieve great things combine hard work with authentic passion. They love what they do, and that drives them forward. As Dale Carnegie observed, standard intelligence tests miss this crucial quality because enthusiasm comes from the heart, not just the mind. Cultivating real enthusiasm starts with believing deeply in yourself and your goals. When you're committed to making something happen, excitement follows naturally. Set ambitious but meaningful objectives, and you'll find your passion growing as you work toward them. The best leaders understand that enthusiasm is communicated through everything they do: their focus, their energy, their persistence. A simple smile, engaged body language, or consistent effort often speaks louder than any motivational speech. When your team sees your authentic commitment, they'll be inspired to match it. That's how true leaders turn individual enthusiasm into collective achievement. Remember, people follow those who believe in the journey. Your genuine excitement and confidence will do more to motivate others than any forced pep talk ever could. Show up with real passion every day, and watch how it transforms your work and your team. I hope you have enjoyed this video, but please don't forget like and subscription to my channel. Thank you.